Hey, what's up, guys? I guess from the day I created my bounty hunter, I was kind of wanting to get to level 30 because it was level 30 in which bounty hunters get their charge ability, which, you don't really think that's a very, that charge does a whole lot, but being able to close gaps on people as a tank is pretty, pretty good to do in PvE and in PvP. And I think I do a pretty good job of showing why in this video. So as you see, we're playing Void Star, and we're on defense. Oh, yeah. See, the, this like literally happened. Like I hit level 30, trained, and queued up. So this is right after I hit 30. So I'm just playing with my ability right now. So I'm on the door trying to make sure that they're not gonna get in. Of course, I die. I think I decided at this point that it's really not really worth getting rid of the UI because I've kind of gotten to the point where so many of my abilities have a cooldown on them that I kind of need to be able to see my bars to tell when certain abilities are up to maximize my DPS when I'm on the target. And I have my UI set up in such a way that I can just look at it and tell what abilities I can fire off. Because otherwise, I'm just pretty much guessing and spamming buttons unnecessarily. So you'll probably see a lot less of this view where I can't see my bars. I mean, technically, I know where my abilities are, but I can't see the cooldown, so it really is a drawback of not being able to see my bars. My overall impressions of being a shield tech in PvP, some it's just weird because I sometimes I sometimes feel like I'm not having a big enough impact, because if I'm not supported at all, which tends to happen in pugs, I feel really useless and I get surrounded and just destroyed and I can put guard on people, but it's just oh, this is pretty epic right here. Watch this. He's about to cap. No, no, not this one. Never mind. Anyway, I put uh I put guard on people, and if we're not being supported, we'll just die, and it doesn't seem like I'm doing any good. And so sometimes I feel pretty useless, but then there'll be certain games where I don't know. Like I said, the jury's still out. Sometimes I'm tempted to re-roll as a healer because it feels like there are no healers right now. But then again, there never are healers in pugs, and even if I were to roll a healer, it'd probably be the same thing. If I got into a game where we were outmatched and nobody was working together, I would just get isolated and killed. I have some video where I'm dueling my brother, and I just destroy him because he can't heal because I just interrupt everything. So I don't think I would be more useful as a healer when playing by myself. And I think if I was playing with an organized group, that that you could be effective no matter what you are, much like you would be in a raid. Raids need everything. I really love that charge because it allows me, if I see something, I can just be right there. It's pretty awesome. And I love the cooldown. Like I said, I'm still learning to play my class. Like I said, I learned this. I learned either yesterday night or this morning that when you taunt a target in PvP, that 30% damage that they don't do is is uh, is counted into your protection score at the end of the game, which I didn't even know that. So I'm definitely going to be trying to taunt more. And since I got my area effect taunt at level 30, it'll be even better because I want to jack my protection score up as high as I can get it. Just like people want to deck their DPS and healing up as high as I can get it, I want to be top on the protection charts because I figure that's kind of a tank's thing. But as you can see, my gear is a little bit different. It's really not that great. It's just that I noticed my gear was kind of starting to suck, and so I bought the PvP chest piece, because it was moddable, and, so I'm kind of working on my crafting, and I've gotten to the point where I'm level 30 in this video. I'm able to make level 25 epic armoring pieces. So while the chest piece is level 20, I can put my level 25 epic armoring piece, and instantly it's like basically like I have a level 25 epic, and I'm also able to make the mod pieces. I just can't make the enhancement pieces. So I'm waiting on my friend to get his artifacing up so he can make the enhancement pieces. But either way, being able to get a moddable piece of gear and transferring it to a decent level, being able to customize it to fit your character, because it was a huge upgrade over what I had, which was what I had before was a blue drop. So I think moddable gear is cool like that. Once I get my crafting maxed out, it'll be awesome. Because right now, I worked my butt off to get to the point where I can make epic 25 pieces. I don't know if they're called epic in this game, but whatever. This is the epic part where I just had a feeling that something was going on, so I checked it, and sure enough, I saved them from putting a bomb on the door. But you kind of have to, be aware of stuff like that. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, once I get to 50, and I'm not worried about, well, let's get to this point where I can make an epic recipe at this level, and then, 2 days later I'm 5 levels ahead of it, and they're outdated for me. When I get to 50, I'll just have to worry about making level 50 crap, unless I'm trying to sell at the low levels. But so it'll get better. But yeah. See, we're pretty much gonna hold them here, and this is the thing is when you're on Void Star, the whole point is not to kill people. I could really care less about killing people, even though, let's face it, when you're attacking somebody, you're trying to kill them, and sometimes it's really hard to not get distracted by that. But realistically, your only goal should be keeping them off the doors. Just anyone that tries to put a bomb on the door should be getting interrupted. That's like the one and only goal of this war zone. It's keeping them from putting a bomb on the doors. And so a tank is really ideal for this role because you're hard to kill, well, harder than normal, because I don't have my PvP gear yet, and I don't really, like, I'm level 30 right now. My average gear quality is probably level 23 to 25. So I mean, obviously I'm not as tanky as I could be, say, if I was level 50 with level 50 PvP gear on. But assuming the ideal circumstances, level 50 with full PvP gear on, a tank would be pretty hard to kill, and sitting on an objective like that, you know, you can really shine as a tank. But anyway, now we're on offense. I don't really do as well on offense as I do on defense for obvious reasons, because it's easy to prevent someone from doing something, but it's really hard to be aggressive as a tank. I've had a hard time because now, okay, you're at the door, and your goal here is to kill them quickly and then take this door before reinforcements show up. It is harder to do, even though in recent games I've had more luck just letting other people cap the objectives while I just run interference for people that are trying to come to reinforce. There's a there's a like, for example, if you're at the door and you see the enemy running at the door to try to stop you from capping it, you can just run up there and just slow them down as much as possible. You're a lot more effective doing that than you are trying to be up there helping cap the door. And no one, not a lot of people think to do that anyway, because it only really takes one person to cap, and if everyone else just ran to try to do their stuns and roots and snares, you'd probably get a lot more, not more progress. It's amazing I haven't died yet. So far, to my knowledge, You're only allowed to join battlegrounds in groups of up to 4 people, and all the battlegrounds so far are designed for 8 on 8. So you technically the most you can have is half your team being pre-made. And I really don't like this because with my guild we could easily have a full 8-man group together, but since we're not allowed to do that, we can only run in with 4 people at the most, and it kind of sucks. But then again, I guess it's kind of good because then you don't have to worry about running into full pre-mades on the other side either. Even though lately it hasn't been mattering because I run into some pretty coordinated teams. See here, I'm trying to help Cap, but I should just be running interference on the people that are coming out of the hallway that we just came out of. That's what I should have been doing. Like I have an ability called grappling hook. I could just stand back in the hallway, and if anyone runs out, I could pull them back in. That would buy at least 5 or 6 seconds, which could easily be the difference. We could be across that bridge by now. Ah, there I died. I don't know. I mean the way the system, the PvPQ system is, I feel like this is a this is a place where a charge got me in trouble. Where I dived, where I charged in, and I realized I was in a bad position. But well, there's only one bracket. Once you hit level 10 and you're eligible for war zones, you pretty much go in there against everybody up to level 15. That's the only bracket, and I think that's a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, I think it's a good thing because obviously it keeps the queue times as low as possible. Because if they divided it into 10 level brackets, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and so on, you would be waiting a long time to get in the queue because you'd have to wait till 16 people of your level range queued up, and that would just take a lot longer. You probably wouldn't be able to queue at all past 11 a.m. So or 11 p.m. So I mean, in a way, it's a good thing. But I don't like the fact that I'm level 30 now, but when I was level 20, level 15, I was still going up against level 40s and 50s, who obviously were going to be stronger than me. And in the coming weeks, probably by this time next month, you're going to have a significant portion of the population that's going to be level 50 and geared. It's going to have like full. This is the PvP stat. Full something. I forget it. It's not. It's expertise. Full expertise gear, and it's going to be a no go. It's going to suck for anyone that isn't 50. But on the other side of the token, to solve that problem, all you really got to do is hit 50 and get geared. And then you're not only are you able to compete with these guys, but you're also able to beat up on some nubs that don't have that edge. So you got a lot more people to just feel your feel your e-peen on. And I really like how these guys just stopped what they were doing and attacked me. And if while this was going on, I was really pissed off. But I was kind of happy at the same time because these guys went from chasing my teammate to being just hopelessly behind. Like they wasted all that time trying to kill me, and my team's way out there. So it was probably a good thing they did that, even though at the time I was really mad, thinking, "Don't you have better things to do than come after me?" But that's the way it happens. Stun me, I'll stun you back. Oh, you can't keep up with me? What? I really like that ability. I'm gonna use the heck out of it. Yeah, that's the problem I have is when I'm by myself, it usually feels like people just gang up on me, and I can't really do much because I don't have the DPS to really take out people. I guess the game's over. Uh, let's see how I did this game. Yeah, I did a decent amount of protection, but look at that trooper over there. He got over 100k protection. I've never seen that kind of protection. 42k is actually a pretty decent game. Like I thought I did pretty good, and when I saw that 112k, I'm like, good God, I want to know how you get that much protection. I mean, he did more protection than he did damage. Well, no, he didn't, but it was pretty close. I did happen to lead in medals, which I think is good that I led in medals. I don't know. I don't think medals are the be all end all of like how much you contributed, but I think it's good to try to get more medals because that means you did more stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope you liked it. I think it was a pretty good example of what a tank can do when playing defense on a warzone like Void Star. Well, anyway, I'll catch you guys later.